There we are. All right. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing tonight? Here we are, Friday. Week went by very, very fast. So I hope everybody is doing good. Nice to see everybody this evening. So before we jump into everything, I did want to talk a couple things really quickly. Obviously, family friendly oriented channel. I would ask everybody to please be decent in the chat with each other. Be nice. If you are not, obviously, those awesome people lit up in blue will blue chew out. Going to tolerate any kind of nonsense. The second thing that I would say is that if we have any interruption with the stream, that I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. I haven't had any lately, especially since I changed internet providers, and so it's been decent. So do not fear, I am here. I like that. 80K man. All right. So we're going to talk about are you scared yet? All right. We're going to talk about that topic. We're going to give me a minute, and we'll get into that in a little bit here. So yeah. So anyway, decent day. We got all that wood stacked, which was good. And then I actually went for a ride with my sister, and we went down actually to the Sanye Legion, and we were looking in the back at what they had there for when we're doing our get together. So they got like three cookers. One is charcoal and two are propane. So I'm like, that's cool. And there's plenty of room for tables and under shelter if there's any fall weather and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. And we can be inside or outside. So that's that's where we're at with that. So we're getting closer as we speak, which I'm looking forward to it. And so really quickly, I'm going to talk about the prepper get together first, and then we'll go from there. So the prepper get together is going to be the 17th and the 18th of next month, July. On the Saturday, we're going to be at the Sanye American Legion, and it is Sonyea. Okay, I think I spelled it wrong before, but it is EA, Sanye American Legion. I will get the address for you guys. I don't have that yet. Oh, he's got it. Somebody's got it right here. There you go. JJ's already got the information for everybody. There you go. Cool. All right, cool. So it's in the chat right there, guys. So that is going to be on the Saturday. On the Sunday, we are going to be at Letchworth State Park up by the pool area. There is I have to look at my paperwork and I can tell you exactly what pavilion that we have, but it's right. There's a huge parking lot up there, plenty of parking. And just so you guys know too, if you are a senior and you're coming to Letchworth on the Sunday, it is free admission if you're a senior. So I think if you're over 65, you get into Letchworth State Park for free. So that's a good thing. So just letting you guys know that ahead of time. And so grab the old person and the rest of you pile in the car and you get in for free. So, so we're going to be there on the Sunday. We're going to do a cookout both days. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I've already been up to the pavilion at Letchworth, and it's huge. Plenty of area to cook. And where the cooking area is, it's all undercover as well. So again, if we have foul weather that day, it's not going to make any difference. We're still going to be able to do both events, both days, rain or shine. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a really, really good time. So, but anybody that wants to come, okay, I would just ask you to shoot me an email at preppernurse1@yahoo.com and just let me know if you plan on coming to the Saturday or both days, just so I can make my plans ahead of time. And if anybody plans on coming up and staying at Greg's, they're able to do that as well. Okay, so he has, for camping for campers and tents. If you want to camp there on his property, you're going to be more than welcome to. All right. So just putting that out there ahead of time. Also, way too much on my plate with the prepper mock bug out here in October. That's cool, man. No problem. You know what? There's always next year. I think that next year we plan on doing the campsite is what we're going to end up doing next year. So we'll cross that bridge when we get closer to that. And I can book it with them ahead of time, and we can do that then. But why are you scared? Well, we'll talk about. No, I'm not. I'm not scared. I'm asking. The question is, are you scared yet? So we're going to get into that in just a minute. I promise you. Okay. Real quick, again, I'm going to do my website real quick, preppernurse1@yahoo.com. See, we'll get it out of the way early, and then we can chat all night long. And I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on this whole situation. Okay, so anyway, first of all, we preppernurse1.com. If you go there, we have the Prepper Nurse One community, which is a great resource for you guys to connect with like-minded people. If you are interested, why the place changed? Because they were not able to get their permits in time for the campsite. So that is why we ended up doing the change of location. So I was scrambling, couldn't get the same place or the same location 2 days in a row, so I had to go with 2 different locations. All right. Okay, so you'll go, if you do have to register, but it's free, no credit card information is charged to register for the Prepper Nurse One community. Again, if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you will see a logo on there that says Forefathers. If you click on that, it will take you to their website, and they are a CBD and hemp store. So definitely take advantage of that as well. And they are, when you check out of there, if you decide to make a purchase, make sure you use the discount code PrepperNurse1. You'll save yourself 15% on a purchase. Okay, so definitely take advantage of that if you decide to add, or if you want to get any CBD or hemp products. CBD products are really good. A lot of uses for those. They help with a lot of things, and good to have in an SHTF type of situation. The last thing on my website, PrepperNurse1.com, if you go there, you click on store, it will drop down. It will say Legacy. You click on that. What they have for the Legacy freeze-dried foods is available there. And so definitely take advantage of that as well. And 25-year shelf life, GMO-free, long-term food storage, obviously. It is gluten options are available. It is vegan. There are beef and chicken options that you can buy separately. Good to have. Definitely need to have long-term food storage in your preps, along with all the other things that you need to have. So definitely take advantage of that as well. All right. Yeah, Reserve America for reservations for Letchworth. Yep. Yeah, so either guys, you could, if you want to stay at Letchworth, you can stay at Letchworth. If you want to stay at another campsite, you can stay at another campsite. But you also can stay at Greg's place for free. So he has a big open field out back of his property. You can get in there and you can camp there for the weekend. You can come in on the Friday at Greg's place. And so, because obviously we're going to be doing everything else on the Saturday and the Sunday. So we're going to be busy. So, but we're going to have fun. It's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. And so again, if you do plan on attending, if you do plan on staying at Greg's, please, again, shoot me an email, preppernurse1@yahoo.com. All right, so now that all's out of the way. See, now we have the rest of the stream just to talk. All right. So, are you scared yet, right? Boy, they sure want you to be scared. They do. They want you to be afraid. It's time to be afraid. I'm going to go with what the CDC is saying, with what Fauci is saying. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what they're saying, right? Now, what you determine to make of that is your own personal preference, and I'm not going to tell you how you should think or how you should not. Approximately how far is it from Greg's to Letchworth for those RVs? Let's see, 14, 15 miles, something like that. Okay, something like that. All right, so according to the CDC and all the people, that you need to be afraid. You need to be scared because the new variant, the Delta, right? The new Delta variant is, it's out there and it's coming, and it's much, much, much more contagious. And the unvaccinated should be very, very afraid. But I want you to remember this as well, okay? There was recently, and I can't remember exactly the location, but it was in the United States, and there was a outbreak that they had, and 4,100 people ended up getting this Delta variant, right? Of that 4,100 people, 750 of them were fully vaccinated people. So can you still get the virus if you are fully vaccinated? Absolutely, yes. They've already said that. So I'm not saying anything that is not true, okay? Yes, Mount Morris, Yeah, Mount Morris entrance is where you're going to want to go in, because if you go into the Mount Morris entrance of Letchworth State Park, you are like not even 3 miles into where the pool area is. And if you park in the pool area, there's, like I said, it's a huge parking lot. You'll see the pool is right there. And then literally, okay, the best way to describe it. So here's the pool here, right? Then you got the parking lot. In the first pavilion, right straight away from the pool, is the pavilion that we're going to have. That's the easiest way to say it. And I will let you know what that pavilion is so that you guys can look it up ahead of time. Okay. So, but, you know, it's funny. I find it funny that if I say anything out of turn, then I'm fear mongering and I'm saying or giving false information or whatever the case may be. But they can say whatever they want to say, and that's perfectly fine. They don't even have to be right. They don't have to be right. They could be speculating, guessing. But again, to me, I look at it, and this is, again, let me just say this very clearly. This is my opinion, okay? Um, it is a lot of fear propaganda going out there trying to scare people into getting this, because they've kind of peaked out. I think they said that 56% of Americans have had at least one. I believe that is the number. And but you know, every time you turn around, you know, there's more things going on. Now, here's the other thing. Now, and again, this is strictly straight from Anthony Fauci. Um, he was talking about the younger people from 12 and up, right? That there have been incidences of heart problems after getting inoculated. And he was saying the rare occasion that somebody is having this side effect, minimal side effect, that happens very rarely, that should not stop you from getting it. So, you know, just take your kids, go ahead, take a chance. Why not, right? Not telling you what to do, not telling you anything. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm just saying, you know, look at their track record. I would say that. I would say that. Look at the CDC's track record with this entire event. Let's look at that to start with. And, you know, wear mask, don't wear mask. Now we wear masks. Now we wear two masks. All this type of stuff, you know. It is very interesting. It is very, very interesting. So I just, to me, like I said, I have this amazing, wonderful, cool thing called an immune system that if I keep myself relatively healthy, take my vitamins, get proper rest, you know, try to keep my stress level down, obviously. That doesn't always work, but, you know, being proactive in staying active and doing things, it's going to help you in the long run. That's my opinion. It's going to, you know, it's going to help you. So, yeah, like, so Mr. Rose said he gets tested every week at work, which is a corrections officer. I understand that. Moonsprout says I wear my immune system everywhere I go, which is good. That is absolutely good. That's as you should. But yeah, it just, you know, again, you know, this is the new tactic, and this is what I call it. I call it a tactic. They're using fear to scare people into doing it, and that's my opinion. That is my opinion. Not giving medical advice. I'm not, you know, trying to go against YouTube's, you know, anything with YouTube. So, but I'm going with what they said. This is the CDC. This is Fauci. I am repeating what they said. So I think that it is very interesting that you know, now we're on to this next. And I'm going to tell you what, you know, do viruses mutate? Absolutely, they mutate. They're going to mutate. Why do you think they guess every year when it comes to the flu? What kind of flu are we going to have this year, right? So they're guessing that it might be this, it might be that, and so that's where the, you know, the flu shot comes from. So with this thing mutating and changing and stuff like that. Uh, and here, so here's something I want to run by you guys. And so I'm a nurse and I know the answer to this, and I want you to think about this. And this is a question for you guys. Really simple, really, really simple question. With a virus, if you catch a virus, what can they do for that virus? What can they do? Right? Um, if you get the flu virus, is there anything that they can give you? Can they give you an antibiotic? Can they do any of that type of stuff? What can they do? So I want to see your answers, and we're going to talk about that. What do you think that they can do with a virus? Or what does a virus have to do? What does a virus have to do? A lot of right answers on here. Good to see. Nothing. Exactly. A virus has to run its course. Virus has to run its course. They can't get antibiotics. Don't touch a virus. There's nothing that they can do. They can try to, if you're congested, they can try to give you something to help with congestion, to open up your airways. They can do that type of stuff. But that virus has to run its course. That's what viruses do. Okay, so very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So something to pay attention to. I just, and again, that's a fact. I'm not making anything up there, but again, that's why I would always recommend pushing vitamin C. Vitamin C promotes healing. So if you're taking vitamin C as part of your daily regimen, that's going to help you. Vitamin D, if you live in the Northeast, you're going to be vitamin D deficient, especially in the wintertime. So it's important that you take your vitamin D because that helps your immune system. It's amazing how that works. Zinc, same thing, that's going to help you. So, I take vitamin D, I take zinc, and I take vitamin C every single day. I actually take it at night. I always take it every night before I go to bed. So, yeah, and I get my natural vitamin D, as you can see, with my darkness from the sun as well. But again, if you live in the north, as we know, anybody that lives in the north, when you get into wintertime, you're not getting that sunshine. You're cloudy, overcast, and dealing with that. So you need to supplement, because if you live in the north in the winter months, you're going to be vitamin D deficient unless you're taking a supplement. So anyway, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. You know what? And I agree. I do. I just think that there are tactics. They've used everything. They've used everything. Rewards, all those type of things. And so now they're getting desperate again. And so now we have to come up with a new boogeyman. And again, my opinion, strictly my opinion, the new boogeyman to scare you into complying and doing as you're told. So, but yeah, I just, I don't know, like I said, it's individual choice. I talked to plenty of people that have gotten it, and I have said to them, personally, I said, I don't understand why you would do that, but it's your choice, and I'm not going to judge you for it. Hey, Asif. Zinc is the kryptonite of many viruses. One problem, no profit in it. Ah, yeah, well, there you go. So that's coming, guys, from a doctor. So very good. Thank you, Asif, for that information. Yeah, like zinc is awesome. So, but again, like you said, there's not big money in it. There's no, the pharmaceutical companies are not making a ton of money off of that. So why would they promote that? Heaven forbid. Why would you do that? I live in Montana. I was severely vitamin D deficient for a long time. My lowest level was 10. Yeah, and that's why you have to take, I'm going to tell you, and I'll be honest with you guys, until last year, I didn't take vitamins. I didn't do any of that stuff. When I was training, when I was younger, I used to take 30 supplements a day. I get a handful. I would get a handful of supplements, pop them in, swallow water, and take them down. I would always pee yellow. It would always, or, like a dark yellow, because of the supplements that I was taking when I was in heavy duty training. Never took steroids, never did that. Oh, I took my Flintstone vitamins when I was a kid with Wilma and Barney and Fred and Bam Bam and Dino. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I remember doing that as a kid. We loved them. They tasted awesome. But now they do gummies for everything. Bleh. I don't like gummies. Nah, gummies is not my thing. So, but anyway, it's just I always err on the side of caution. That's just my take on anything. We've talked a lot about this whole thing before. I wanted to share the information with you guys, and I definitely wanted to get your take on your thoughts on what they're pushing now and what your thoughts on that. It's like all along through this whole process, it's been interesting. Yeah, no gummy worms. No, I don't like any of that crap. Not into gummies at all. The only like licorice is, but it's got to be like black jelly beans. That's what I like. Black jelly beans. That is the only form of licorice type of thing that I will eat. Other than that, forget about it. So, Saint Joseph aspirin, the orangey. I remember those. Yeah, absolutely, I remember those. But again, I mean, I didn't take vitamins at all until realistically last year, and then I started on that regimen. And last year, I didn't get sick at all. The entire year, I was not sick one time. So I was pretty happy about that, to be honest with you. So I had a molar extracted this morning. That cannot be fun, and I'm sure that hurts. Jen F says it's kind of like they want another shutdown. Yeah, well, you know what? It won't shock me if that happens again. Absolutely would not shock me. And you got to remember now, whose fault is it if something is out there? Whose fault is it? Well, of course, it's the unvaccinated. It's the unvaccinated fault because you're not being a good citizen. So, yeah. Oh, I'm not scared of anything. JMNC. I'm not scared. I use that title. Are you scared yet? Because it's like that is the propaganda that is being pushed out there now, and that's why I figured I would use that as the title. I'm not afraid of any of it. To be honest with you, I do my own thing. I keep to myself. I don't bother nobody, and you know, they're like I said. If you pay attention and you see what's going on, you see what the agenda is. What have I been saying right from the very beginning? Complete and total control. That's what it's all about. And that's the game. That is absolutely the game. So, complete and total control. So, what do we got here? The climate shutdowns. Yeah, nice. EV3 Dale said Biden is entertaining the ideas of caving to the tinfoil hats and mandating a climate shutdown. I had not seen that, but it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. Again, they've done everything that they possibly can, and so many people have just fallen in line and done exactly what they're told. Those of the people out here that have decided not to do as they were told, now you are the enemy. You are the ones that they're going to go after because of the fact that they don't like the fact that you won't just do as you're told because you think outside the box. You know, guys, what are we at? 9:08 in the chat. We're at 331 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do that to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. I do appreciate it. Also, it really does help with the algorithms. So the more interaction that we have, the better it would be for the channel as well. It pushes us up higher in the rankings. And hold on. They are promoting fear, chaos to keep us in the dark so they can hide the truths. You know what? We're going to get into that in a second. That's actually a very, very good point. That is a very, very good point. Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would also ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you ahead of time for that as well. Hey, Asif. Bravery is not an absence of fear, but rather making your butterflies fly in formation, having faith in your ability to overcome an obstacle. That's a great point. I like that. That's a very, very great point. And thank you very much for the donation as well. Yeah, you know what? We all deal with fear, but it's how you channel it and how you use it. You can let fear paralyze you, or you can channel it and use that, for whatever you need to do outside like that. So, but yeah, you know what? So right now, and this is one of the things that's being talked about in the news, Afghanistan, and how easily the Taliban is rolling through and retaking over as the American troops leave. And thankfully, and I think this is a good thing, the people that were interpreters that worked with the American military, they are relocating thousands of them back to the United States because they helped. Because if they leave them there, then I think that they would be killed by the Taliban when they retake control and charge of everything. So it's amazing to me. And there goes all your human rights and all that, women's rights and everything like that as well. In 20 years of war wasted for nothing. Hey, Chai Mom Pam, what are your preps for an EMP solar flare? With prepping for those type of things, I definitely would suggest having, a lot of candles on hand, a lot of ways, again, to purify water, real simple ways that don't require any power, those type of things. I think that those are important. Again, having alternative ways to cook, to be able to use those type of things. You got to think, okay, how did they survive 100 years ago without all the technology that we have now? There's a tremendous amount of books out there that can show you different ways to do refrigeration, to do, ways to keep, food good so that it doesn't go bad and those type of things. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. Lanterns, having lamp oil or kerosene type of things, all those type of things. There's a lot of different options out there that you can use, but I would definitely recommend having a ton of candles. Make sure you have wicks. Somebody just said they just bought more wicks today. Those are really good too. A root cellar is fantastic because it's going to keep that temperature, at a constant 58 degrees. So that's something to think about as well. But you just have to, you think about, okay, if I was in the 1800s, what would I have to use? Having cast iron. I love having cast iron. I love cooking with cast iron. It's a great thing to have. Make sure you have your oils to season your pans afterwards, those type of things, or fat or whatever you're going to use to season your pans afterwards. So, yep. So, and like I said, there's a tremendous amount of information out there, a lot of information out there. So, but, hey, Candace Cullen. Hey, Ed, I sent you a link over Facebook regarding how the shots are affecting menstrual cycles, even postmenopausal, scary stuff. Yeah, I got to get on to the that one. I haven't been over there, so thank you very much for the donation and thank you for that information. I will go over and I will check that out. Are there side effects from it? We all know that there are. To the degree of what they are, there is, like I said, many times, there is no long-term study. We don't know the long-term effects because they haven't been able to study that. I love their excuses for stuff. Okay, so let's put this into perspective. Let's put this into perspective a second. How many millions and millions and millions of dollars has gone into cancer research? And they can't come up with a cure for cancer, supposedly. No cure for cancer, but they have 1,000,001 different treatments, a lot of them that are very invasive, chemo, radiation, those type of things that are doing a lot of other damage as well, right? But this thing comes out of the blue, and inside of 8 months, wow, lo and behold, because they put so much money into it, they were able to come up with a cure. Oh, okay. Somebody put billions, yeah. Well, I was just trying to, but but they don't have a cure for cancer. Why? Let's think about why there's no cure for cancer. If we had a cure for cancer and you were able to go and get your inoculation and now you'll never get cancer again, right? That's a one-time thing. One-time thing. But if you get it, and if you live long enough, most likely you will get it. We can do lifelong treatment on you. It's awesome. It's great. We can do invasive surgeries on you, which is wonderful, right? It's all about, exactly. It's all about the money. There's more money in the treatment than there is in the cure. So, do I personally believe that there is a cure for cancer? Me personally, my opinion, I believe they have that. I do believe they have that. That's my opinion. Where's my proof? I have no proof. I have no proof of that. But with everything that has, as somebody said, billions of dollars that has gone into research for that, and they can't come up with anything, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Most cancer is caused by environmental toxins. Well, let's talk about our military guys. Let's talk about them. Went over to Vietnam, sprayed Agent Orange on everything, told the soldiers it's safe. It's safe. Don't worry. It's okay. No, nothing to worry about. The stuff that we're spraying all on top of all of you to kill the plants. It's fine. Everything is good. And what happened? Oh, well, lo and behold, these soldiers that survived came home, and a lot of them ended up with cancers, and they ended up dying. But, oh, well, sorry, we made a mistake. Right? So, put your faith in that. Put your faith in that. That's what I'm saying. Do you trust them? Do you trust them? And that's what it comes down to. I've heard a lot of talk, and I do want to address this because somebody just said that Jesse Ventura interviewed a nurse, and the nurse said that the vax will kill you. Okay, I'm not going to come on here and say that, guys, because I don't know. That I don't know, but you know, they just passed a bill in Congress. Military personnel can now sue for medical malpractice. Oh, that's good. That's real good. But like I said, whatever the agenda is, I don't know, and I will never say that. Oh, this is exactly their plan, and they plan on depopulation. I've heard all that type of stuff. I would hope, that would not be the case. Now, would it surprise me if it was the case? No, it would not surprise me at all. But I'm never going to come on here, guys, and I'm never going to say this is a fact and this is what it's going to do, because if I don't know, I'm not going to say that. They don't know. There's way too many unknowns. So all of us are in that same boat. None of us know. So, but again, it's like, are they giving us factual information? Are they telling us the truth? How bad are the side effects? How bad is this virus? Again, we're going by what they're telling us, and are they being truthful? What's the agenda? What's the agenda? At the end of the day, will big pharma make a killing and make a ton of money? Yep, with no liability. That's awesome. I love that. You can never go back and sue big pharma, so that's really, really nice. So, yep. So personally, I'll take my chances. That's my choice. So that's kind of how I feel. I will take my chances, and what we got to remember too. And again, factual information only. I'm not making anything up. I'm not saying anything that hasn't come out of their mouths and that type of thing. 80% of all hospitalizations from the virus, 80% have one mitigating factor in common. One. And that's either they are overweight or obese. Hey, Pamela Sherry, they had enough truth about the origin of the entire time, so there's that. Oh, yeah, they knew. They absolutely knew. And again, and so where is the apology from the social media platforms? Where's the apology for when those of us out there that said, I believe that it came from here? Now they're basically saying, oh, well, the most likely scenario is that it came from here, right? But when I said it, or when anybody else said it, we were fear mongering. We were, putting out false information. You were getting threatened. You would, on Facebook and all those other platforms, they are, kicking people off, or they are, banning them for a week, and they're suspending them, their accounts, and all this type of stuff. It's just controlling that narrative again. If I shut down people that make you think outside the box, then you don't think about anything else other than what you were told. Hey, William, thetruthaboutcancer.com tells the real agenda about cancer and cancer treatment programs. I purchased their 9-episode series. All right, well, thank you for that information. I appreciate that. I'm sure some people would be interested in seeing that. So, oh, I got to tell you this one too. So I talked about the other day, and I had said that, I personally have never done blackface, but I said if I ever did, I would never have apologized for doing it. And of course, I had somebody come in and make the comment, and I laughed. I just laughed at the comment. Blackface is racist, so you're a racist. Oh, okay. So basically, they have been told what to think, and so they go along with exactly what they think. There was a thing, and this is a true story, and this one really pissed me off, really pissed me off. So there is a and I'll even say who the guy is. So CMF in Rochester, 96.5. They have Tommy is the main host, and then they have the other guy, and I can't think of his name. Okay, but he is married to a Jamaican woman, and so they have 2 little girls. So his 2 little girls are half white and half black, right? Who cares? Big deal, whatever. So they were at a Halloween party, and so he was relaying this story, and I thought to myself, how ridiculous is this? So here's this little boy at this Halloween party whose favorite wrestler is black. So this little boy dressed up like his favorite wrestler and put on blackface because he wanted to emulate his hero. Oh my God, he was so offended. And I can't believe that they let that little boy come there dressed in blackface. It was so wrong and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, really? You're talking about little kids that know no racism, no prejudice at all in their hearts. They're taught it is what they are. They're taught it. And because you are triggered because of, you've been told to be triggered. If somebody wears blackface, you're told to be triggered. So if you're in a play, right? You're in a play like Trudeau in high school, and the character he's playing is black, and there's no black kids in the school to play that part, right? You're the kids that are up there in drama class, and you're doing these plays and stuff. So you dress as the character, which is wearing blackface, and then that moron gets on there all those years later and apologizes. Well, I didn't realize that it was wrong at the time, and I am so sorry. And if I offended anybody, I'm like, what is wrong with you people? I'm sorry. I never would be sorry for that. If I was in a play and I was representing a black character and I had to put on blackface, it's a play. Grow up, get over it. Hey, Ben Connell, 3311 4th Estate. Let's just enjoy watching America fall. We got to learn to love the chaos, the virus, the wars. Once it all falls, they'll be begging for our help. You know what? I don't disagree with you on that. They will absolutely be begging for our assistance when that time comes. But, yeah, it's just, this little boy, going back to that story, had no ill intent. He was emulating his hero, and his hero happened to be black. They should be celebrating that, going, wow, look at this. This kid is, this is his hero. But his, the little kid's not looking at, well, I gotta follow the white guy because he's white and not follow the black guy. He just saw this wrestler. That was his hero, and he wanted to emulate his hero. I see nothing Nothing wrong with that. And for this moron radio disc jockey to flip out over that was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I almost called in, but I said, no, Ed, don't do it. Don't do it. So yeah, I just shake my head. That's what I do most of the time. I just shake my head. So what do we got here? Anyway, guys, what do we got? 1,023 people in the chat. We got 490 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up, I would ask you to please do so to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time. I do appreciate that. Again, it really does help with the algorithms. So, has C. Thomas Howell ever apologized for his role in Soul Man? I don't think so. I don't think that he did. And what about the Wayne brothers pretending to be white women? Did they apologize for that, doing whiteface? I doubt it. I doubt it. So, but anyway, again, if you have not shot a thumbs up, please do so to show support for the channel, and thank you. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithm, so the more interaction, the better it is for the channel. It pushes us up higher in the rankings, and of course, I do like to see a lot of thumbs up as well, so that's just part of the game. Also, if you're not surprised or not, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So thank you for that reason as well. So yeah, that movie was hilarious. And see, again, it's called a comedy. It's called a comedy. It's satire. It's making fun. It's poking fun at stuff. Who cares? That's that. People amaze me. They really truly do amaze me. All right, well, let's do this because we're at that time. Let's do the egg count. And yeah, Eddie Murphy has white characters. Absolutely. Yep. So give you guys a minute to get your guesses in. And so how many eggs do you think we had today? And yes, Thick lay today, so that was a good thing. Harris does blackface on certain days, right? Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, you know how they'll change the inflection of how they speak to the crowd that they're with? I think that's interesting as well. Try to pander. They pander. Well, wasn't it Biden that had like the Latino salsa music or something on his phone or something? And he was all like, I was like, you have got, like he ever listened to that in his life. Very, very funny. Very, very funny stuff. Okay. Saw the right guess very early on. If you had the exact same guess as Asif with 8 eggs, that's where we were at today. 8 eggs today. So, yep. So it was a moderate day. It was really hot, very humid today. We're going into a stretch here. We got some 90s coming up, and it's going to be high humidity, so it should be interesting. So, now I'll tell you what, when the time comes, when SHTF happens, and not if, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, there will be people just absolutely begging for help. Because there's going to be a lot of people out there that just never did anything, and they're not prepared. They have no clue. They've been living with their rose-colored glasses on, not paying attention, calling us crazy, because we prepare. I think that is amazing to me that more people do not prepare. So yeah, you can't count the fake eggs. Fake eggs don't count. Yeah, I saw him whispering his answers in. I did see that, and I was like, "What is up with the guy's unhinged?" I'm telling, and that's my opinion, of course, that he is definitely unhinged. All the elevators are not going to the top. Again, my opinion. But remember, anybody but Trump. Well, congratulations, you got exactly what you wanted. And I see that Harris finally got her behind down to the border after she was, 3 months ago? Biden put her in charge of that. And it took her 3 months to get down to the border. That's very nice. Did you see the picture? I'm hoping that it wasn't photoshopped. I really hope it wasn't photoshopped. But did you guys see the picture of her with her dinner party, where everybody was white at her dinner party? Oh yeah, she's not black either, by the way, just so you know. Um, but she had, but she had her black servants there waiting on them. How's the Harley? Harley's awesome. Like I said, went out for a little ride with Becky today, and she was like, "You're not giving me enough rides." I'm like, "All right, we'll go today." Sleepy Joe, never the brightest light bulb in the box. Yeah, right. Exactly. Asif just said that. Thank you very much for the donation to Asif. I do appreciate that. Tropic Thunder. Yes, there was another one. That was. Oh my God. I'm losing the actors. I know who it is too. Played Tony Stark. Oh my God. Will somebody please tell me his name, because I absolutely cannot think of his name. Robert Downey Jr. Yep. Thank you. That's right. Yep. Robert Downey Jr. No, Jack Black. He played a Mexican in Nacho Libre, one of the worst, horrible movies that I've ever seen in my life. That movie, it's a close call for me. Two of the worst movies I've ever seen was Nacho Libre and The Hotel New Hampshire. Two of the absolute worst movies that I've ever seen in my life. So it's a very close tie, and I can't really say which one was worse. But Nacho Libre was a horrible movie, and yes, Jack Black played a Mexican. So was that brownface? Was he doing brownface? Yeah. So who knows? Yeah, no talent and a pathetic human being. I liked him in School of Rock. I liked that, but okay. And I do have to say, I did like him in the Jumanji movies. I did like him in the Jumanji movies. So there was some funny stuff in there. Very funny stuff. Oh yeah, yeah, right. Scarface. He played a Cuban, and he was not Cuban. It's so ridiculous, you know. So what? Who cares? I'd rather have a good actor play a part that I know can play the part, that can do a good job. Health officials are going to start knocking on doors for the unvaccinated. Where are you getting that information from, Terrence? I hadn't seen that. I know that they're trying to push stuff, in certain areas. I know that they're trying to do that. Yeah, life is like a box of chocolate. Exactly. Forrest Gump. Now, I love that movie. Love that movie. So, I got no cats in here to show you tonight. They're all outside. So, I can't show you guys. Chuck Connor played Geronimo in a movie. Yeah, and the thing is, okay, so how about, remember, okay, if you guys, those of you that are old enough, the Crying Indian at the landfill back in the 70s, I think it was, he wasn't an Indian. So there you go. Thought that was interesting too. When they were doing about the pollution back then. Yeah, so if you guys remember. Yeah, Harris, she is a combination. Um, Her mother, I think, was from India, and I think her father might be Jamaican, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. The litter commercials, exactly. Yep, back in the early 70s. Yep. So somebody remembers. Somebody's old like me. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren, also not an Indian. Yes, exactly. Or how about that one that was part of the NAACP, who was white? Yeah, the big chief was crying. Exactly. Yep. He was Italian. Exactly. He was not an Indian. So, yep. I remember I thought he was an Indian, and then I heard later that he wasn't. I was like, oh, isn't that interesting? So again, through the years, there's been many different characters played by somebody else. Who cares? You know, but it's only bad. Remember now, this is important to remember. It's only bad if white people do it. Only bad if white people do it. Which is like the stupidest thing. So, but yeah, it's, we just, what I would obviously very strongly recommend is people to prep, and prep some more. Continue to get ready. Realize that it is all falling down around us, and just continue to do what we need to do. Be proactive. And again, even if you can only do it on a small scale, something is better than nothing. Yeah, her husband was Jamaican. Yep. Thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate you letting me know that. Yep. Yeah, I thought her father was Jamaican. I thought so. We all play someone else but ourselves. Yeah, right. Oh God. Yeah, I talked about the movie White Chicks. Yep, with the Wayne's brothers. Yep. One thing you got to remember, okay? Yeah, that's why they're called actors. Exactly. That's a great answer, Ryan. Thank you. It's a great answer. Yeah, they're called actors because they're acting a part. So here's what I find. What was I just going to say now? Hold on a second. Hopefully it comes back. Oh, I was going to make a point on something. God, I can't remember now. I hate that when that happens. I had some point I was going to make, and it's gone. It must not have been important, I guess. But we just need to realize that all of this, everything out there that's going on, the cancel culture, all these other things that are happening, it's all done to, again, keep us divided, keep us fighting against each other, keep us never working together for the true problems in this country, um, which is, big government and big business. So as long as they can keep us all divided, then we're screwed. See, some say I'm a white woman, lol. See, I identify as a human being. That's kind of where I'm at, and an American. I'm a human being and an American. Yes, he did. John Wayne played an Asian in Genghis Khan. Yes, he did. He was a great actor. Great actor. Oh, I was born a poor black man. Okay, hold on. I know who the actor is too. Oh my God. Steve Martin. Yep. Thank you guys. There. Yep. The Jerk. Steve Martin and the Jerk. Yep. That was a funny movie. I'm sorry. That was definitely a funny movie. And now talk about a booster jab needed. Oh yeah, yearly. Yep. I saw that too. Well, of course we got to do that. Silly. How do you think Big Pharma is going to continue to make money? Come on. In California, they're doing door to door to jab the non-jabbers. Ah, well, that's interesting. Yeah, but they can't force anybody to do it. They'll try to manipulate people, of course. Right. Most American blacks are actually mixed race. Are they supposed to hate themselves? That's a great point. Here's another point with that. Let's talk about that a second, because we are such a melting pot here. How is it? Okay. So like this, let's go back again to this celebrity guy here, the DJ, in Rochester for CMF. His wife is Jamaican. Okay, obviously he is white, and so they have two little girls. He says, "Well, my little girls are black." Well, technically, they're half Jamaican and they're half white. So why is it always, if you have any kind of color in you at all, then you are the minority? How does that work? I never really truly got that. It's just like Obama. Okay, I mean, let's be honest. Or should I call him Barry, which was his real name? You know, he's half white and half black. Mom was white. He was raised by white people in Hawaii, right? His father wasn't in the picture. His father was back doing whatever he was doing. So he was raised by white people, but he embraced his blackness. Well, he was still half white. So, I mean, I don't get that. I really, truly, I don't understand it. So, if somebody could enlighten me, I would love to hear it. If you want to shoot me an email to enlighten me, I would absolutely love to hear that. So, and no judgment. There's no judgment on that part. So just putting that out there. Oh, what about the white woman who spoke jive in the movie Airplane? That movie I never watched. So I couldn't say I didn't see that because I saw a little bit of that movie and I just thought it was so stupid that I never watched the rest of it. So mongrels, every one of us, absolutely, absolutely. Free college, okay, that's why they identify. Oh my God, that's funny. Uh, like I said, it's just our society today is just it is very very interesting, very interesting. That's why it's funny. Ed, it's so stupid you laugh. That one I just couldn't. I never liked that. Never liked that. Who was the chick, guys? That was part of the NAACP. She was real big up into there, and she was claiming that she was black. But when you saw the pictures of her when she was younger, she was blonde and white. Hey, Asif, YouTube should sentence you to watch Airplane. No, absolutely not. But thank you very much for the donation. Ah, Dozel? Somebody's saying Dozel. Yeah, Rachel Dozel. Okay. Yeah, and she's white. But because she went in the tanning booth and got real dark and kinked up her hair, she pretended to be black. Whatever, you know, I guess everybody can identify to be whatever they want to be. What if I decided, I think, you know what, maybe tomorrow I will identify as a lollipop. So, yeah, I'll be a lollipop tomorrow. Oh, so what was the other thing? There was something else. Oh, God, I just had it again. Oh, ah, let me see. What there was something I was going to make a point about something. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. Okay, so the Department of Justice is suing Georgia because Georgia wants to you have to have a ID to be able to vote. Oh my God, how horrible is that? Where every other country around the world you have to have some form of identification to vote, except for here. Because if you don't have identification to vote, how are you going to be able to cheat? You can't cheat if you have to identify who you actually are. Dead people would not be able to vote. We got to have that. So they're suing Georgia for that, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Um, you know, catching that Sleepy Joe sickness. Well, no, I'm not. He's just, he shuts down. He just shuts down in the middle of things. So, but no, I think that, all the states should require a picture ID to vote. There's zero racist about that. If you want to get anything in this country, you've got to have some kind of an ID. So why not to vote? Why is it only? Yeah, I'm Peter Pan. There you go. So you can. Well, it's great. We can all identify it for whatever we want. I'm going to be a lollipop tomorrow. Then maybe the next day, I don't know. Maybe I'll be maple walnut ice cream. I like maple walnut ice cream. So hey, if I want to identify as maple walnut ice cream because it is delicious, then that's what I'm going to do. You can't tell me that I can't, because that makes you racist. If I want to be a lollipop, if I want to be maple walnut ice cream, then that's what I will identify as. And you cannot tell me I cannot. Did you see? Okay, so speaking of, and just this is just and I think the kid did it as a lark, white kid, that he said that he identified as a Filipino woman. Did you guys see that one? I just was like, and I think he was actually doing it to just show how ridiculous this is now. So yeah. I can be a cat for tonight. There you go. Pistachio ice cream. Well, if you want to be pistachio, that's okay. I'm still going to be maple walnut. Yeah, it's craziness. It's absolutely craziness. So, but you know what? To each their own. To each their own. See, I'm going to be wrong no matter what because I'm a white male. So it doesn't, you know, I'm always going to be in the wrong, and I'm always going to be a racist, I guess, because well, I do have a shaved head, so that and I do fly the Confederate flag, so I must be right. I have to be. People are just I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, and I always try to be. Part of the reason, the main reason I fly the Confederate flag, and I've said this many times, is because it's the last time in this country when people stood up and said they weren't taking the government's crap no more. It has nothing to do with race, nothing like that whatsoever, because that's not what it's about for me. But part of the reason that I do fly it is because I know people get triggered, and I think it's funny. That's one of the reasons why I fly it. I'll be honest with you, just because I just think it's hilarious when people get all butthurt. You fly the Confederate flag? I'm not watching your channel anymore. Well, bye bye. I just think it's hilarious. People are nuts. They're nuts. So all the family would arrive DOA today, Asif just said. Oh, all in the family. Yes. Dead on arrival. Yes. Oh my God. All in the family. You go back and you look at that. The Jeffersons too. They were hugely blatantly racist show. Hugely blatantly racist. And Carol O'Connor, and here's the best part. It's what I always thought was hilarious. So Carol O'Connor plays Archie Bunker, right? And so then later, after that series was done, he went on and played In the Heat of the Night, where he was a Southern sheriff. And in that show, his girlfriend was black, which I just was like, how funny was that he played, and he played a great character. He played a great character, Archie. And Edith was hilarious too. I mean, all of them, the whole cast worked together so well. It was hilarious. And I love Meathead. Meathead, why are you calling me Meathead? Because you're dead from the neck up. Meathead. Oh my God. Oh, I love the Jeffersons too. All those shows, but you know what? It's just, you look back at that time, and it was a time where people weren't offended all the time by everything. Hey, Prepper Days, I'm late. Guess I'm a cat rescuer since Miss Days told me her employer said I was. Oh, hold on a second. I was spraying the abandoned cats with poison. Caught one so far. Well, you better be careful. Be careful what you say on here with stuff like that, because next thing you know, somebody will call the law on you. Thank you for the statement, and thank you for the donation as well. We have Pamela Sherry. I'm going to be an illegal immigrant tomorrow. I need a new phone, airline ticket, settlement money, and health insurance. Perfect. Perfect. Yes. I want that free education myself, so maybe I should identify, as something else. That's a great statement. I love that. So then you get all the free stuff. Perfect. And a hotel. You get to stay in a hotel too. But no, not our veterans. So, but thank you for the donation and thank you for that statement. That's actually very funny. So what do we at? 892 in the chat, guys. We're at 686 for the thumbs up. Let's see how close to 800 we can get. I know I'm pushing it. But if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to do that, please, to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we can get, the better it is for the channel. So I do appreciate it for that reason as well. And of course, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. So that's the third reason. So thank you for that as well. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon so we can get all notifications as well. So we'll see how close up to 800 we can get. Now we're up to 731. So let's shoot for 800 for tonight. We got like 14 more minutes in the stream, and so we'll go from there. 14, 15 minutes left. My Glock identifies as emotional support animal. Goes with me everywhere, which it should. If you need that emotional support, there's nothing wrong with that. It's, I see some of the things and and listen, whatever you want to do, whoever you want to sleep with, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. Do whatever you want. How many milligrams of zinc do you take each day? Well, hold on. I'll grab the bottle and I will show you. All right. So zinc is 50 milligrams. I take 50 milligrams every day with zinc. Okay. With vitamin D, it is 25 mcg, which is 1,000 IU. Okay. I take 2 of these a day. So you can take as much as you want. And then, but I take, like I said, I take 1 zinc every day. And I take 2 of the vitamin D, and I take about, I think, 500 milligrams of vitamin C every day. And vitamin C, guys, you can take as much as you want. You cannot overdose on vitamin C. All you will do is pee it out. So if you feel like you want to take more, if you're feeling sick, you definitely might want to boost that up to 1,000 milligrams. You're not going to hurt yourself with that. So. $10,000 for vitamin D. I'm not taking 10,000. I'll just take the 2,000. So. Yeah, your pee will be extra smelly. Yes, you will definitely have. Ed's got the best chat. Everyone here is so nice. Well, we try to keep it clean. We keep it family friendly, which is important. I think that Oh yeah, Meathead is still the same way. You're right, exactly. Yeah, he never changed. Yeah, Rob Reiner, if anybody's wondering who we're talking about. So yeah, he's still a meathead. But I'll never forget it. Like when he first met him, that was the best. That was the best. This room is crazy fun tonight. Well, that's good. That's good. So, but yeah, we just got to hang in there, guys. Got to keep doing what we're doing. Stay focused. Keep prepping. There's a lot of distractions going on. A lot of fear tactics being pushed out there. It really is. So the more that we can stay focused and stay on track, the better off we're going to be. And that's it. So, got to be careful what you're saying, be careful what you're doing, because, like I said, what is your time frame on moving to West Virginia? Well, I plan on, once I close, is going down there and doing some work. I would like to go down this winter and work this winter down there on the property. We'll see how that works out, and you know, and then we're going to go from there. I don't really have a time frame on getting rid of this property yet. I don't know. I don't know if I ever will get rid of this property. I haven't really decided. I just, we're kind of just seeing how things go at this point, and time will tell. How things go will dictate what we're doing. And here's somebody had said to me too, when I talked about, like next year I want to do this or next year I want to do that, and they were like, well, with everything going down, don't you think SHTF is a good possibility of happening this year? There's always that possibility, but you cannot live your life like that. You still have to make plans. You still have to go on your vacations. You still have to live your life. You can't live in that box of fear and think, well, I need to stay here and hunker down and not do anything because something might happen. When it happens, folks, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. There's nothing we're going to be able to do about it. We're not going to be able to stop it. Hoping and all that is not going to change the outcome. When it happens, it's going to be a shock to everybody. So we just really need to focus on that, So again, what are we at? 766. So we're going to do We Are Legion now, but I'm going to ask again for that push. Let's get it up over 800 on the thumbs up. So if you have not done that yet, shoot that thumbs up, please. So We Are Legion. We are a huge family. Where is everybody from tonight? If you would put that out there so that we can see where you're all from. But at the same time, let's keep hitting those thumbs up as well. We have Oregon, Oklahoma so far. Montreal, Quebec, Canada, upstate South Carolina, Missouri, Beech Grove, Indiana, upstate South Carolina, Missouri, Montana, Texas, Ontario, Canada, Apollo, Pennsylvania, BC, Canada, Ontario, Canada once again, South Carolina, Wisconsin, Houston, Texas, Southern Maryland, Ocala, Florida, Rhode Island, New Mexico, Michigan, let's see, Tennessee, Florida, New Mexico, Massachusetts, Missouri, Disneyland, Dallas, Nebraska, Michigan, Kentucky, Iowa, New Mexico, Southern California, Germantown, Maryland, Las Vegas, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Virginia, Northwest Indiana, Nebraska, Ocala, Florida, Southern California, Washington, Pennsylvania, Florida, Hollywood, California, Southwest Virginia, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Newfoundland, Nevada, New Hampshire, once again, Ulster Park, New York, the Adirondacks, Jen from Virginia, Essex Junction, Vermont. Let's see, Northwest Pennsylvania, Washington, Iowa, Edgewater, Florida, Northern California, Georgia, Alabama, Poland. If that's true, cool, welcome. Ocean Park, Washington, Amarillo, Texas, Gallatin, Pennsylvania, Newport News, Virginia, Iowa, Hudson, Florida, Massachusetts, once again, Delaware, Oakland, California, Illinois, Connecticut. So again, Spokane, Washington. We're all over the place. We're all over the states. We're all over this country. We're a huge, huge family, a huge network of people, and we're truly the ones that can make that difference. When the time comes and things go south, which they will, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We don't know when that's going to happen, but it's looking like it's heading there, that's for sure. So just stay focused, stay positive, keep doing what you're doing, continue to prep, do everything that you can do to give yourself that advantage. And that's the smartest thing that you can do. That's the one thing that we have complete and total control over, being proactive for ourselves and our families and not being victims. That's the one thing that we can definitely do. So, I would encourage you all to prep, prep, prep. get ready, because we just never know. We just absolutely never know. I do want to give some shout outs real quick to some other channels. We have Alaskan Prepper, Alaskan Granny, Green Greg's. We have Gray Man Prepping. There is also Marfugal News, Adam out in the West Coast, Magic Prepper in North Dakota. We have Doug and Stacy. We also have Southern Prepper One. Also, Sean James up in Canada with My Self Reliance, both channels, one with his name, one with My Self Reliance. Also, we have my boy up in Canada, Icky Can. Definitely show him some support. He's a smaller channel, and he definitely needs the support. So please show him some support there. I would appreciate that if you guys would do that. Really good dude. Really good dude. So, and he's working on taking care of things for his family as well, which I think is a great thing. Let's see. Yeah, 80K Man says, my channel's about my adventures in the Adirondacks, but my gear are part of my preps. So there's another one, guys. Check out 80K Man as well, and show him some support as well. There's a lot of great channels out there. There's a lot of people that you can watch. Always learn something new from other people. I think that that's an important thing that we all need to be taken into consideration, and it really does make a big difference. Looking from different perspectives of how people look at things. None of us are perfect, which is, it's just the way it is. We just do the best we can. Do you watch Douglas Ducat? No, I have not seen his channel. I've actually never heard of him. Never heard of him, so I'm sorry. Town and Country Prepping Homestead. I am a new small channel about prepping. Well, there's another one we can check out, guys. Town and Country Prepping Homestead. JJ just shoot a link up for Icky Can, so if you guys want to go up there and show him some support, I would absolutely appreciate it if you would do that. Like I said, there's so many channels out there with such great information, and a lot of them we just want to share. We just want to share that information. We want to help people, and I think that that's important. I think that that's what we should all be doing. We should all be doing that. So, but anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here. I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely awesome job keeping the chat clean. You guys are the best. And so thank you. I appreciate that. Also, I want to thank you all for being here, because without you being here, I wouldn't even be on here. So I do appreciate you all showing. We had like 1,000 people in the chat tonight, so that was pretty cool as well. So good crowd out tonight, and I do appreciate everybody showing up. Also, remember, guys, we are all in this together. We really, truly are. We are one race called the human race. And as soon as we can really focus on that and stop letting the perpetuation of the BS, the games, the infighting about race, religion, and political affiliation, we're going to be in such better shape. If we could work together, we're going to be so much better for it. We really will. Because, and again, and I know I've said this before, when the time comes and you need help and somebody is offering you help, you are not going to care what race they are. You're not going to care what religion they are. And you're not going to care what their political affiliation is either. If they're offering you help, you're going to take that help and you're going to be grateful. So remember that, okay? Because it doesn't make a difference at that point. So also remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we love and that we care about every single day how we feel. All right. Also remember, guys, STD, step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that will stop you from reaching your goals is you. Nobody else can stop you. You stay positive, stay away from negativity, stay away from people that tell you what you cannot do, and you're going to be just fine. And again, if you're putting information out on YouTube, I would highly recommend you be very careful, because there are people out there looking to jam you up, unfortunately. Okay? Unfortunately, that is the way it goes. So that's one of those live and learn lessons. So we just have to be smart about things. And so, but, anyway, what one person may think is not a big deal, somebody else is going to flip out about. So I see we hit 824, so we went way above 800. So that's very, very cool as well. Guys, I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you're safe, and I will see you later. Prepper Nurse One out for now.